This important novel of modernist literature parallels Homer's Odyssey. And in this installment of Mojo Notes, we'll be exploring 10 things you should know about James Joyce's Ulysses. Number 10. About the author. Born in 1882 in Dublin, Ireland, James Joyce started writing when he was a boy. While attending university, he started to write plays and magazine articles. Joyce also spent time teaching, singing, and living in various European cities. Though his experimental style earned him popularity, his deteriorating health eventually led to his death in 1941. Number 9. Influences and inspirations. Since Ulysses is Latin for Odysseus, Joyce took inspiration for his novel from the mythological Greek king in Homer's epic Odyssey poem. That poem's hero is the king of Ithaca, who is known by the name of Odysseus in Greek and Ulysses in Roman. Homer's tale follows the king's return to Ithaca in search of his wife Penelope and son Telemachus after fighting in the Trojan War. This is demonstrated by the various parallels between the poem and Joyce's characters. Meanwhile, various real-life people in the writer's life influenced the character of Leopold Bloom. Number 8. Settings and era. Ulysses is set in Dublin, Ireland, and takes place on June 16, 1904. The novel is divided into 18 episodes or chapters. Because it's set in the early 20th century and features a stream of consciousness writing style, the novel is considered a work of modernist literature. Joyce also uses humor and wordplay. Number 7. Plot.
It means the transmigration of souls.
Oh, Rox, tell us in plain words.
Narrated by an all-knowing third person, Ulysses follows Leopold Bloom's life through a single day. We're first introduced to Stephen Dedalus, who listlessly moves around Dublin after an argument with his friend Buck Milligan.
I didn't mean to offend the memory of your mother.
I wasn't thinking of the offense to my mother.
Of what, then?
Of the offense to me.
The novel then switches to Leopold Bloom, who goes on with his day as though everything was normal, even though his wife is having an affair.
Where's the letter from?
The place is boiling. He's bringing the program for the concert over here this afternoon.
He attends a funeral, attempts to place an ad in the paper, and has lunch, all while pondering life. After a citizen verbally assaults him, Leopold encounters Stephen.
Here, this is yours.
How's that?
Look, I think you better hand over the rest of your cash for me to take care of. I mean, why pay more?
Be just before you are generous.
Yes, I will, but is it wise?
After Stephen gets into an altercation with an English soldier, Leopold tends to him and offers him a place to stay. However, they part ways and Leopold joins his wife instead. Number 6. Leopold Bloom.
The Wandering Jew.
As the novel's hero and protagonist, Leopold is Molly's half-Jewish husband and father to Millie and the late Rudy. During his day-long odyssey through Dublin, we discover he's ruled by the basic human instincts. He knows his wife is having an affair, but he takes no action due to his accepting and pacifist nature. However, he does admit to jealousy. Despite his creative imagination, Leopold also acts like a know-it-all. However, he also has a protective and compassionate side as demonstrated by his encounter with Stephen. He represents Ulysses or Odysseus. Number 5. Stephen Dedalus. Stephen first appeared in a portrait of the artist as a young man as Joyce's alter ego. He is a deep thinker who's still trying to figure out what he's going to do with his life.
Is this the day for your monthly wash, Dedalus? The unclean bard makes a point of washing once a month.
All Ireland is washed by the Gulf Stream.
He doesn't have many close friends and lacks confidence when it comes to his ideas and theories. After distancing himself from his past religious beliefs, he makes his ambitions about becoming an artist a priority and cares about little else.
Mr. Deasy told me to write these all out again and show them to you, sir.
Can you do them yourself?
No, sir.
ignorant and futile.
Despite his mother's death, he chooses not to take care of his sisters. Instead, he's preoccupied with his own world and acts selfishly, almost to cover up his fear of failure.
Do you know what is the proudest boast of the Englishman? I paid my way. I paid my way. I never borrowed a shilling in my life. Can you feel that? Can you?
At the moment, no.
I knew you couldn't. But one day you must feel it.
After meeting Leopold, Stephen begins to change his ways, but he hasn't matured entirely. He represents Telemachus, who is Odysseus' son, though he also shares some similarities with Shakespeare's Hamlet. Number 4. Marion Molly Bloom.
All those lines from the strain. Who knows the way he'd take it? You want to feel your way with a man.
Molly is Leopold's beautiful and charming wife. She's also a singer who is cheating on her husband with her concert manager, Blazes Boylan. Despite this, Leopold still thinks highly of her and even thinks her actions justified since they lack intimacy. Though Molly suspects her husband may be unfaithful to her as well, she stays with him. Number 3. Values and themes. Ulysses' main theme is love and the problems it entails. Other themes the novel explores include the past versus the present and life's big questions, such as existence and death.
They say I killed your mother. He offended your memory. Cancer did it, not I. Destiny.
Through its characters, we also learn about the effects of religion, prejudice, and independence. Number 2. Modern popularity. Despite initial controversy about its themes and graphic imagery, Ulysses is now viewed as one of the most significant writings in modernist literature. Joyce's unique style and the novel's connection to Homer's Odyssey have had great impact on later writing. Number 1. Adaptations. While it's been alluded to in music and adapted for radio and the stage, Ulysses has also been explored on screen. The most notable of these is the Oscar-nominated 1967 British-American drama. Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite piece of Ulysses trivia?
It's quite simple. He proves by algebra that Hamlet's grandson is Shakespeare's grandfather, and that he himself is the ghost of his own father. What?
With new top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.